Amber Kennoy here for Everyday Kentucky, and with us once again is Vanessa Vale Womack, discussing all things real estate, but continuing a little bit on the rural side of everything.
Right. Yeah, we're mixing it up a little bit, having a little bit of fun with it. So I have Brandye Smith here with us, and she's with Rural First, and so they specialize more in rural financing, which is a little bit different than your traditional bank or local lender. So we're talking about when someone wants to buy a property on land that already has a house there. You can, of course, go to your traditional lender or traditional bank for that, but they have special products that are a little bit different than what you may get with them. So do you want to dive into that and tell them a little bit how that's different?
Yeah. So Rural First is the consumer division of Farm Credit Mid-America. And so you may have a property like the one we're standing on that has a multi-purpose to it. And you may have someone that wants to buy a house on land and they want to use it for personal. They may want to do hobby farming. You know, I like to say they like to get their hands dirty, right? So it makes me think of my kids. My kids were just playing with tractors out in the rain in a mud puddle yesterday, right? So it allows people to get closer to that rural living, that country lifestyle. And so you'll also have people that want to turn it into a business. They want to do, they want to farm cattle full-time, they want to train horses, they want to board horses, that kind of thing. So that can also tap into the Farm Credit Mid-America side of things, which that would be a topic for another day. But yeah, rural living is what we do.
So it could be crops, it could be animals, there's different options that it could be. How does your loans different from like a traditional bank as far as like maybe better rate or closing costs or term structures?
So one of the most competitive parts of Rural First would be our loan interest rate conversion program. And so for once a year, for a small fee, we will lower your interest rate to today's rates without a refinance.
If it's in your favor.
Yeah, without a refinance. So no credit check, no appraisal, no need to reapply. So you can do it once a year for a small fee.
So you can go in and for a small fee, you can lock in that lower rate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so and if you go to a traditional lender or bank or whatever, you have to do a whole refinance.
Yes.
And a lot of times they may sell that loan off to a different company.
Absolutely.
But you all service them in-house and keep it in-house, so you have the option to do that.
Yep, we service our loans from start to finish. Absolutely.
So your local contact, point of contact that they can pick up the phone and talk to or walk in and talk to somebody versus calling a 1-800 number and getting shuffled around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a huge benefit in
Yeah,
itself.
absolutely. And if you already have the property with the house and then you decide you want to look into doing some type of farming and things like that, you all have programs to help with that too.
We do, yeah. Refinances, you know, people that want to refinance away from their current bank for various reasons, that loan interest rate conversion program is a big advantage for that.
Wow. Well, I know people got questions though.
Yeah.
Because we just threw a lot of information at them.
Right.
So how can they get a hold of you?
Best way to reach me would be calling our Farm Credit office in Lexington and asking for Brandye Smith.
All right, and Vanessa?
Reach me at vanessavale.com.